Hello guys, Taylor here, Gio and Theo, and we are having, I'm going to knock on some wood, probably the best outdoor session we've ever had with Theo ever. The key thing is we actually took him into my car and literally drove him around the corner to the opposite side. So we are not in front of your home, we are somewhere new, and he seems to be more inclined to train and to listen to his cues and to offer check-ins and to do all these amazing things when he's away from the home. There could be a lot of different things that kind of equate to this. Maybe you may suspect that he is not as confident, but to us that's not really the case. He seems to be the same amount of confidence that he usually is. His tail is up. He is interested in the world. He still wants to see the grass and see the trees and stuff like that. But yeah, he really wants that, whatever's on the ground. Good job. In the past, we have not been able to get him away for things that he actually wanted outside. So this is really good to see. Good job. So we're working on all his basics, leavage, check-ins, eye contact, like you can see. All the things that we really need him to do outdoors, he's given it to us today.
Hey Theo, let's not go over there. Good boy.
Good job.
Hey Theo, can you come touch? Good boy. You can sniff things. You can't pull it. Here. Good boy. Good job.
I'm just watching him. This is a really kind of like an evaluation session for us too. This is our first time seeing him do so well outdoors on a walk. Good boy, Theo. We don't mind him sniffing. We don't mind him doing these things. What we do mind when he's trying to pull our arms off, or when he is trying to get to something that he really can't have, like the snail shells. He cannot eat that. It's really dangerous. So, kind of like a compromise, Theo. We will allow you to do regular dog things on leash, but there are going to be some times where you have to leave things alone. You just cannot get to it. I'm sorry. So our compromise is, like Gio's doing right now, she's telling him to go sniff. Here's what you can do, Theo. Life isn't just about we tell you no to everything. No, we will tell you yes to some things, but not everything.
Just don't pull me in that direction.
Right, and don't pull us in that direction, please.
This is using real life motivators, noticing that, oh, you want to smell something? Well, I'm really glad you're excited about it, but stop leaning into the leash so much. Come back to me, and then I will double the way we're going. So right now he's really leaning into it. I'm not going to respond to this at all.
Yeah, he is very used to that tension on whatever equipment he's on, which is not good. Like, sir, you first of all, like, come on, I know it's uncomfortable. Why don't we just make a middle ground and come back to us, and why don't you sniff in our vicinity without having that tension on your neck or on a harness?
All right, Theo. Yes, good job. Good boy. Okay, you want to smell?
Yep, so like Jesus said, he wants to sniff. That's his motivator right now. Okay.
Yes, good boy.
We will use sniffing as a motivator for him.
Yeah, good boy. He does pick up a little bit of momentum, and I'm not just like stopping dead cold, if he's starting to pick up some speed, I'm slowing down, so that when if he feels tension at the end of the leash, it's not just like, I'm slowing him down, like, hey, you're getting to the end of the leash, really trying to get him to figure it out. I don't always want to tell him, like, no too far, no too far, no too far, or heel, heel, heel. This is never acceptable. He's really leaning into it. He's laying down. He's kind of doing his little strike thing. I'm going to give him a few seconds, and then I'm asking for touch to readjust him in the position that I want him, and then we will proceed with this walk. I know he wants to smell things, and I'm really glad that he's excited to do so, not at the expense of your arms. Hey, Theo. Right here? You touch?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go. Good. Whenever you have a dog who is so into sniffing, my dog is one of them. Putting go sniff on cue, using this as a way to reward him during walks is huge. It's so much more constructive for yourself to be able to use something like that. So making sure that, like, we are having pulling moments, but there's something that he is motivated by, you know, make him listen to you, make him do something you like him, and then reward him by saying, go sniff. Good boy, Theo. Good job. I'm gonna pull and I'm gonna stop. Hey, Theo. Good job. Good job. Good boy. Let's leave these guys alone.
I'm making sure, yeah. Quick note, guys, be careful with ant piles. It's just the season again, so just be mindful when you're out. Also, we're watching him very closely to make sure he doesn't eat anything. Watch him for that too. Let him sniff, but also watch him.
Hey, Theo. Hey, come here. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the cars. I'm losing his engagement a bit, meaning that he's really not checking in with me or Taylor. He's also stopped taking treats, which is a pretty good sign that he's a little overstimulated. He doesn't really show overstimulation like most dogs do. You know, he doesn't really have like the whites of his eyes.
He just starts to ignore you.
He just starts to ignore you,
Yeah.
and that's not something that needs to happen during walks. Ignoring you should actually be something that never happens. So keeping this walk very within the car. We also loved using the car because that means we started off on a clean slate and we were able to reward him by going back in the car.
And the car is kind of like home base for us. He's reluctant to listen to, the car becomes home. He's reluctant to listen to us if we're near the car. Meanwhile, the further off from the car, he probably will lose his engagement a little bit. So,
good boy. Good job.
I love focusing on the walk back to home base, wherever home base is, because usually when you walk back the way you've come, it's easier for the dog to engage with you because they already sniffed this path. So it's a really good way to kind of refine leash skills. A little shortcut way to refine leash skills is going back the way I came, and like, oh yeah, if you walk next to me, good things happen. Woohoo! And we'll talk more about that because it's actually a game called the Crazy Walk where you walk backwards and then walk forward, walk backwards, walk forward, and the dog really enjoys it. Plus, it kind of makes Lucy's train a little bit more, I guess, more interactive for him. Excuse my voice, I sound horrible today. Sinuses.
It kind of just like gets a little bit of tunnel vision when he gains a little bit of momentum, so that's why I'm making sure, again, I'm not just stopping dead cold and letting him like hang himself by the leash. I'm slowing down, really showing him like, hey, you're starting to put some tension on this leash and I'm going to stop moving. What I really want him to see is check in with me. He's not really doing that naturally, so I am encouraging it with touch and saying his name. I picked up the pace a bit because he was getting a little bored, kind of just like meandering. So walking a little more quickly helped him stay engaged. But as you can see, he's doing much better than he usually is right in front of your house. I suspect that he may be looking for you guys, so I think a little bit of change of environment, even if it is just across the street. He's heavy pulling again. Hey, Theo. Hey, come here. Sit. Yes, good job. Good job. And since I'm quite literally talking to the camera, he kept pulling on the leash. I'm going to ask him for a sit so he can quit doing that. Good boy. Good job. All right, Theo. Hey, Theo. Hey. Whenever I have these kind of like ignored moments, I'm just going to shorten it, not really giving him any distance. I'm not going to scold him, but you're also not going to just keep having the entire length of the leash, keep doing what you want to do. Hey, Theo. Nope. And be very mindful that I'm not pulling back on the leash. I am just walking my hands up, or I'm keeping it, you know, still. I'm not just like yanking him backwards. Good boy. Good job. All right, do you want to go on a car ride? No, we're distracted. Okay, we'll sit for that. I want to see that human get out of their car.
Very, very rewarding
Dog
sight.
TV.
Dog TV.
He needs to see who's getting out of this car. This is the house directly across from your house. Hi, Theo. Are we ready? Come on, buddy. You're so nosy.
He has to watch everything. All right, guys, I'm going to cut the video off right here, but he did really good. We're going to keep working this, and that's it, guys. Have a good day. Bye.